SAFM, South Africa's news and information leader.
Kyoto Protocol Working Committee is optimistic and the Arab League puts pressure on Syria. With the news at noon, good afternoon, I'm Karabo Malatsi. The chairperson of the Working Committee of the Kyoto Protocol, Adrian Macy, has expressed optimism that an agreement will be reached on some core issues relating to the protocol. The protocol, which binds developed countries to targets for cutting their greenhouse gas emissions, will expire in December next year. The developing world bears much of the burden of climate change and is desperate to ensure that the commitments are increased for another 5 years. However, developed countries which are party to the protocol have put forward various options in the negotiations. Macy explains.
Yes, I think a deal is achievable, but not in isolation. We are exploring as far as we can in the KP the possibilities, and I would like to express here my thanks to parties for their willingness to discuss options that take them out of their comfort zone. Our KP outcome will need to be set in the wider context of the overall Durban outcome, since parties have made it clear that they will not take decisions on the KP without seeing the whole package.
The Eastern Cape Education Department has set aside 125 million rand in the current financial year to repair some schools damaged by tornadoes. DA spokesperson on education in the province, Edmund van Vuren, says the department has given the Portfolio Committee on Education an undertaking that 62 schools will be repaired and refurbished during this month. This comes after only 52 of 114 schools in rural areas of Transkei, which were damaged in storms, were repaired. Tornadoes and heavy storms are an annual phenomenon from November to February in the Transkei area. The Free State ANC Women's League Provincial Chairperson, Safm Ntombela, has retained her position as the League's provincial chairperson. This follows a 2-day provincial conference held in Bloemfontein. The Women's League Free State Congress was delayed by almost 7 hours yesterday, this after problems with registration, as some delegates claimed they were locked out of the conference in an attempt to ensure that only delegates sympathetic to Ntombela gain access to the conference. However, ANC Women's League President Angie Motshekga denied this, saying the delay was necessary to ensure that the conference was attended by members who have been legitimately elected by their branches. Democratic Alliance leader Helen Zille is conducting a door-to-door campaign in Graskop near Hazyview in Mpumalanga. This campaign is in preparation for the upcoming by-elections for Ward 10 to be held on Wednesday. The ward was won previously by the ANC. Zille says the ward councillor has since resigned, and this has given the DA an opportunity to take over the ward. Zille is accompanied by DA's provincial leader Anthony Benedy. Still in local news, Limpopo Premier Castle Matale is expected to deliver a keynote address at the Limpopo Sanko elective conference today. The provincial Sanko spokesperson Hlengwana Baloyi says more than 500 delegates are expected at the conference. Baloyi says the election of leaders will bring to an end a leadership struggle which had earlier divided the civic movement.
From this conference, I believe, out of the leadership collective elected, all members of Sanko, supporters and everybody, they will be welcomed into the civic movement to come and contribute. But they will not come and claim to be leaders. They will come and join branches. They will come to the region, from region to province. You don't join today and become a provincial leader.
And finally, further afield, the Arab League, in its strongest action ever against a fellow member, has given Syria until today to accept its proposal to allow foreign observers into the country. Meeting in Qatar, Arab foreign ministers also confirmed sanctions in response to the Syrian government's violent suppression of the unrest. More than 20 are reported to be killed as from yesterday.